Introducing the epic new Swift. Time to go swifting.
The final week of league stage action begins with Kolkata Knight Riders making the trip to Ahmedabad to face Gujarat Titans. KKR already through to the playoffs and all but assured of finishing in the top two. We build up to that game on Maruti Suzuki Arena, presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout, powered by JBL, with McClenaghan and Varun Naran to help set it up. KKR are through, first team to make it, top two all but secured. What are the boxes they're looking to tick in these final two games?
Well, getting used to the conditions first and foremost. They're going to play one of their qualifiers there, so that'll be interesting. They'll probably want to play their strongest side. They want to get Nitesh Rana another run out. I thought he started well for having been out of the game for so long with injury. So they'll be hoping that he gets another good bat. So his position and entry point will be reliant on that as well. And then if Phil Salt is not going to be here at the end of the tournament, I think they probably need to, now they're qualified and probably qualified in the top two, they probably need to start looking at Gurbaz coming into that side if they're going to keep the same makeup.
Which is the big selection call, because as much as you want to play your strongest side and continue that momentum, Gurbaz getting some games before the playoff, with the knowledge that Salt might not be there, becomes imperative for KKR.
That's going to be really important because you want a settled side before the playoffs. You don't want new pieces being part of the whole puzzle, which you already have. So Gurbaz slotting in would be the automatic choice. Really good choice as well. Gurbaz has done decently well for them previously. But when you're talking about things which they have to touch upon before getting into the playoffs, that's definitely one of them are definitely going to be giving Mitchell Starc the full quota of overs. Last match he bowled just 1 over and he went for 11. He's not had the best IPL, let's be honest. He had a really good game against Mumbai Indians, but apart from that, it's been really stop and start for him. So Mitchell Starc hitting form will be key, especially in the playoffs.
And in that sense, for Mitchell Starc, you feel like this could be a game he enters with at least some baggage removed, because the ticket is booked. And on top of that, the last time he was at this venue, he became a world champion again.
Yeah, he did it right, didn't he? So yeah, I guess he's used to these conditions. But yeah, it's an interesting point. It's, maybe they are going to manage Mitchell Starc from here on out. And, give him an opportunity to get used to the conditions, but maybe not bowl him his full quota, just purely on the fact that if he is going to play, they're going to need him for the finals, because he just started to come right, and you don't want to, it's quite a quick turnaround, isn't it, and a decent flight. So, potential, but he is key. He is key, like Varun said. He's just hitting form, and he seems like the type of guy who would probably be like, bowl 1 over, I want to bowl my whole 4 because I want to continue that momentum going forward. But I think it's a great opportunity for them to figure out what the conditions are going to be in that qualifier, make any adjustments before the qualifier, because if they qualify 1 and 2, you don't want to have to go and play that eliminator final. You want to make sure that you win that, you get that extra time off before the final, you go straight to the final.
Quick thoughts on their middle order. Venkatesh Iyer has been batting number 3 the last few games and has some runs behind him. Shreyas Iyer, not a lot of runs. And Nitish Rana has just come in. So how would you want KKR to line up those middle order batters?
I think the middle order is in a really good place because people are playing their roles, especially Ramandeep, the kind of impetus he's giving them right at the bottom with just coming in, bang, first ball 6 more often than not is really what every team needs, because you don't want your lower middle order batsman going there nudging it around for 1s and 2s and trying to get settled. You need a batsman like him. Shreyas Iyer has been playing his role really well. Maybe not at the highest strike rate, but then you have Russell, you have guys like Russell and Co to plug that gap and get the runs there.
Yeah. When Russell comes in, we also get a first look at what is one of the all-time matchups in T20 history. 2 absolute goats of the format, Russell and Rashid Khan. Russell, the batter, has not had his usual impact in a limited role, and Rashid, the bowler, has also had a tougher season than ever before. How do you see this contest playing out this time?
Yeah, just touch on the Russell not having the opportunity that we're used to seeing. It's because KKR's batters are doing so well. They've been very top-heavy in their runs being scored, but every time he has batted, he's still had some impact, and we saw the other night, even when he was faced with leg spin, he was able to take it down, and he'll probably take some confidence that Rashid hasn't been at his best. So, he'll be trying to make sure that he has an impact on Rashid if they come together.
In the IPL, just 22 balls that Rashid has bowled to him, but he's got him out thrice. that familiarity is something that bodes well for Rashid in what has been a difficult campaign for him by his standards?
True. The familiarity for for Rashid and that eternal googly problem which Russell has, that generally gets Russell. So Rashid has not been having the best IPL. Look, it's always difficult to come out from a back surgery and perform at the same levels. That's definitely been the reason for Rashid. Otherwise, a champion bowler like him who's delivered season in, season out shouldn't be a problem. But a surgery sets you back by a few months, and I'm sure Rashid is going to hit form by the time the World Cup comes. But Russell is looking in dangerous form, not just with the bat, with the ball as well.
Yeah, maybe Rashid can take one from Piyush Chawla's book and try to bounce.
Yeah, he could do. He can bowl that one. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, the matchup of intrigue on the other side is Gujarat's openers, who both struck wonderful centuries in their last game against CSK, coming up against Sunil Narayan, who has had the wood on both of them. Not much of a sample, but every time he's bowled to Gill and Sai Sudarshan, he's got them out. Do you see KKR giving Narayan an additional over perhaps in the power play?
Yeah, I'd love to see the stats on every batter in the IPL and how they go against Sunil Narayan.
Yeah.
Seems to get everyone out. Look, he's a class bowler. But these two, the way they batted the other night, that was out of this world. That was proper batting, and they didn't look like they were threatened by anyone, and that's a confidence that I think they'll take forward into this game, and I don't think they'll go into the shells against Sunil Narayan, which I think will be interesting to see, because if we get a similar wicket to what we saw the other night, I'm backing them both to play well against Sunil in this game. I think the confidence from that innings, or both of those innings, will take them forward in good stead.
Yeah, they took down a high-quality spin attack the last time in Jadeja and Santner. This time we've got Naran and Varun, arguably the best spin duo this season. How do you see this going?
It's going to be interesting, but let's not forget, the wicket they played on the last time was very different to the wickets they've been playing on. They've gone back to the old GT wicket, which was when Hardik and Shami would play, and Shami would really enjoy those conditions, moving the ball up front. They were playing on slow wickets to accommodate their spin trio, but now they're obviously enjoying these conditions, and I think they're going to play on the same conditions, which does make Varun and Naran a slightly smaller threat. I wouldn't say not a threat, but a slightly smaller threat.
Right. Predictions then? GT, KKR, who are we backing?
I think GT's going to win this one. I think KKR will take the foot off the throttle, being qualified in that top two, and with the short turnaround, I think GT will get the edge.
I would agree with Mitch for a change.
That is both of you in unison. So Gujarat Titans being backed by a panel. Let's see how it works out. Be sure to catch the build-up to the game on Maruti Suzuki Arena. Presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout, powered by JBL.
Introducing the epic new Swift. Time to go swifting.